Hey guys, and welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week's events, we still have Brewfest going on. It will be in effect till October 6th. Harvest Festival starts up this week. It only runs for a week, so it's going to end with Brewfest on October 6th. The weekly will be Time Walking, and it's going to be WoD. PvP Brawl, War Song Scramble will be this week. We still have the rep gain. This realistically should be the last week though. They did mention it would only last through this month. And the experience gain is still going on, and that should actually continue into October, and it won't go away till we actually have pre-patch. And Dark Moon Fair starts on the 4th. So pretty busy week for stuff going on, to be honest. Brewfest and Harvest Festival being together is a pretty big event thing. And then Time Walking, and we have a lot of experience and rep gains. So still pretty busy. Unfortunately, realistically, by the time Dark Moon rolls around, the rep gain should actually be done. But we'll see. It's not like they haven't extended before. So all I can really confirm is that it's supposed to end on the 30th. But if we have heard nothing regarding pre-patch, it's quite possible the rep gain could get extended, but I doubt it. I doubt they will extend it. The experience gain, I'm sure, will still be active until pre-patch, but yeah, even with there being no notice with pre-patch, it's getting close. We are entering the month that Shadowlands launches. The pre-patch event is supposed to run a couple of weeks, so realistically, we should be getting it really soon. I predict that we will get an announcement either tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, September 29th, or the 6th. Honestly, I always believed that we were going to get pre-patch on the 6th because I thought that we would do the pre-patch for a couple of weeks. If we got on the 6th, that would mean we'd have, till the 20th for it, and then we have a week to kind of chill out before expansion launches. So that's kind of the schedule I was going after, but they do like to give a couple of weeks to end seasons, especially when it comes to PvP stuff. And yeah, that one's a tough one. If they give 2 weeks and they announce this Tuesday, then that would mean it would start on the 13th, which I guess kind of would make sense because I always predicted they would want to wait till Brewfest ended and Harvest Festival. But that would mean that they would start it right on the day all that stuff ends, and that seemed kind of rushed, right? So, yeah, I'm definitely steering towards us having it in effect on the 13th, but we'll just have to see. It realistically can't be later than the 13th. Like, we are looking at either an October 6th or October 13th pre-patch date, like, for sure. The only way it would go later is if they postpone the actual Shadowlands launch, which I'm still surprised that it's even launching as early as it is. It's definitely not ready to launch. This expansion is not ready, and it is actually pretty worrisome to be walking into Shadowlands in the state that it's sitting in right now. And yeah, I have bad vibes. I feel exactly how I felt when I played a bit of the BFA alpha when we had that, and I had these same feelings. So I have a really bad feeling towards this. That doesn't mean Shadowlands will be bad. You make the best out of the expansion you get. That is how I have stayed playing this game for, since 2004. Not all these expansions were good. I made them good in my mind, pretty much. So that is what's going on for this week. Okay, so for accomplishments, you're actually kind of looking at it right now. My biggest accomplishment this week was the Keen Eye achievement. I have been working on this achievement since Legion. It's a tough one because if you miss the rotation, you're waiting like a year for that specific archaeology quest to come back. And this is all part of unlocking one of the tints in your artifact stuff. So yeah, I was really happy to get this out of the way. I've been waiting a long time for this one single quest. So finally knocked out this achievement. So that was awesome. I don't have to focus those quests, because the worst part of that is keeping up with the timeline of all the quests. And yeah, so I was really happy to knock that out. So might not seem like the biggest achievement, but to me it's a huge accomplishment. Like, it's something that I do not have to worry about anymore. I have been also working on the rep. As you guys that maybe follow my progress on my druid, you already know that I'm exalted with everything on my druid. So all the bonus rep that I'm doing really is for the druid. It's just Paragon caches, just rebuilding above my money. And the main rep grind is over on my horde character, because as many of you guys may know that play both Alliance and Horde, the Paragon caches actually have different things because, well, Alliance doesn't have Volden Paragon caches, right? So so I've been working on the rep over there to try to get those items out of the way too. And pretty much at the beginning of all those Paragon caches. So that is more than likely going to be something I'm going to be farming in Shadowlands. But at least with the rep perk, I can get my character to the Paragon stage, and then it's, easy sailing from there. So that is basically all I've really accomplished this week. Next week's going to be a bigger accomplishment, guys, because I have one mythic left to do, and I am going to do it. I haven't done my mythic yet this week, so technically it's going to get accomplished the day I post this video, which is Monday. So technically I won't say by the time you watch this video, but the evening of this video, I'm going to do that last mythic. But I'll show you guys that in the next WoW Weekly video. So that'll be another nice accomplishment as well, because that gets me a mount that is going away. So that'll be really nice. That's the mount for getting 15s all in time on your mythics. At the time of recording this video, I only need Junkyard. Or no, Workshop. Yeah. So Workshop is the one I'm missing, and I'm going to do that sometime tonight. Okay, so that's basically it for accomplishments. And I guess let's make some goals. So the only goals that I really have, and they were the same goals for last week, it was to do rep. And that'll be the goal this week as well. Well, actually, let's do 2 goals. Because there is one thing that I want to do as well, and it's going to be tonight's stream, and that is the Chowdown contest for Brewfest. I need to win that, which is harder than you would think. I get so close so many times. And yeah, I need to win that 5 times so I can buy the toy, and I haven't won a single one. So I decided we'll just make it a stream, and yeah. Sometimes I'm bad for like logging on late at night, and then late at night, how that Chowdown contest works is you need 4 people seated in order for it to start up. So I end up not even being able to attempt it sometimes because there's not enough people. So this would be perfect. It'll be at a busy time, you know, get some attempts in on that stuff. So yeah, so that'll be tonight's stream, and that will be this week's goal as well, because I'm not totally sure if I'll get all 5 wins in one stream. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that, and to continue with the rep. Okay, so as you can see in this little screenshot that I've taken here, my Horde character does still need Exalted with a couple of them. I am not concerned with Champions of Azeroth. If it gets done, cool, but I'm only focused on the ones where I need items from the places. So the focus is Unshackled and Talanji. I do need those, not for the Paragon, because I've lucked out and I looted the Paragon mount really early on for Unshackled. Well, we'll say Najtar. Yeah, looted that on the main over on Alliance side really early. It was my second Paragon cache and I got it, so that was super lucky. And yeah, so the only reason I'm even doing that rep is because when you purchase the mount with the pearls, it doesn't convert it to the Horde mount. So you technically have to purchase the mount twice, once on Alliance and once on Horde. So yeah, we're farming pearls basically over there. So yeah, I can get to Exalted while we're doing that. And then Talanji, I do need Exalted for the Paragon cache there. And they're really close, so I definitely think we can get that done before the rep perk ends. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't see why not. Why we wouldn't be able to. Okay, so that is it for goals. Let's move over to news. So the first bit of news has to do with Realm Connections. This is one I mentioned before, but it ended up getting postponed. On the 29th, Exodar and Medivh will connect to Illyria and Khadgar realms. Now, on the topic of Khadgar. So over on the Khadgar server, and I guess I should feel fortunate that I don't have any characters over there, but over on the Khadgar server, an interesting thing has been happening. So people have been logging in to their server, finding their characters deleted. There's copies of their characters. They are like de-leveled, you know, pretty much back to like the WoD days. Is like the expansions past WoD didn't even exist over on those servers. It is crazy. And if that happened on Stag Elm, which is my main server, I would be freaking the fuck out. I cannot even imagine like how these people feel. You know, like, I know for me, I've been playing since vanilla, so if I ever saw like my druid deleted, oh my god, I don't even know what I would do. I would be freaking the fuck out. So I feel really bad for those guys sitting over on the Khadgar server. Hopefully they are figuring out what's going on with that and a solution is happening, because I imagine I imagine you wouldn't be doing anything with those characters, right? If they're de-leveled or even deleted, like, what would you do? Even if they're not deleted, they've lost progress somewhere along the way if they're de-leveled to WoD. Like, there's no point in even playing the game at that point. You might as well just sit, wait for Blizzard to fix it, and go play another game while you're waiting for them, right? I wouldn't even want to touch those characters. Yeah. So that is such a weird situation. And yeah, hopefully they fix that real soon. Okay, so the next piece of news has to do with the black market in Shadowlands. So we have found out where the black market is, and it is in Revendreth, and it's the night market. Here's a picture. Green icon is where the black market is. So pretty easy to remember. I like when they're, in the corner of a map or at the very bottom or at the very top. It's a lot easier to remember when it's in places like that. The yellow dot that you see there, that is the closest flight path to the black market. So that is Wayne Crypt Hill. And the thing that disturbs me is that Madame Goya is not going to be the black market person anymore, which is... yeah, I can't even imagine anyone else running the black market. But that is where it is. So for those of you that play the black market, that is where you can find the auction house there. And this here is a picture of what the actual guy will look like for the black market. Okay, and the last piece of news I have for you guys for this week involves Classic WoW. I just thought this would be a crazy thing to show you guys. So there is a guy in Classic WoW. Apparently he's been bored out of his fucking tree to have accomplished this already. But he has 21 exalted reps in the game. Here's a screenshot. And, yeah, crazy. He is the first person to reach Exalted with Chandrilar and to achieve the classic version of Insane. Maybe it's a little easier when you don't like retail and the only game you play is Classic WoW, but still an amazing accomplishment there. And yeah, that's crazy. He is exalted pretty much across the board. So I wonder what he'll do next, right? What else do you do when you're leveled up, you're a Scarab Lord, and you have all the reps, and he also has Hand of Rag? like what else is there to do? I guess you're going back to PvP, right? And that concludes this week's WoW Weekly with Myst. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have fun in this week's events, Brewfest and Harvest Festival. Those that are still running the time walking for mounts. There's going to be 2 mounts for WoD time walking. And it's actually a really good time to even catch up if you are going after the vendor mounts. Also, there's the infinite time mount that you can get off the kills. And yeah, it's a good time to catch up if you aren't caught up, because, I predict probably a year into Shadowlands, we will probably see Legion time walking, and they'll have a mount attached to that. And although I tend to try to not to expect much out of Blizzard, but I do kind of expect that the Legion time walking mount would be amazing. Legion was really good for design of mounts, in my personal opinion. I thought they did a really good job with the looks of all their different mounts. And yeah, so realistically, the time walking mount for Legion should be like awesome. It really should be. So that's pretty much it, and hopefully we'll hear some news on pre-patch soon. For those that didn't catch stream recently, I celebrated the 1K, and in that 1K stream, I also mentioned our new schedule. So there is a new schedule. It's no longer Tuesday and Friday. I changed the mount day to Wednesday, and because part of the goal was to add a third day in, so streams are now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.